Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is your Sunday, May 10th, stimulus check and stimulus package update. And today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and grandmothers out there. Today we have a lot of important information to go over. We're going to start off with important reminders from the IRS and deadlines coming up very soon. Then we're going to get into key financial and economic news, then go over a couple of updates with the new stimulus check and what is going on there, because this week is a big week for the second stimulus package, then into the PPP and EIDL loan, and then finally we'll go over a couple of questions from the first round of stimulus checks. So be sure to stick around till the end if you have not yet received your first stimulus check. Anyways, please be sure to leave in the comments down below if you've received your stimulus check, if you have not, what sort of content you'd like to see, if you want to see more on the new stimulus check in the second round, or if you're still waiting on your first one. So please be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, before we get started, it says that 95% of you watching this video are not subscribed to my channel. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the stimulus checks, on the stock market, on how to make money in general, well, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's go over the important reminder from the IRS. And I've touched on this before, but the date is coming up and I want to remind everyone. So the IRS gave us a final warning that May 13th at noon is the last date we can use the Get My Payment tool to input our direct deposit information. They highly recommend that everyone use the Get My Payment tool to input their direct deposit information if the IRS does not already have this. This doesn't apply to benefit recipients because everything is done automatically for them, but for other people, if you have not used the Get My Payment tool to input your direct deposit information, the IRS is strongly recommending that you go ahead and do this now so you can make sure you receive your stimulus check as soon as possible. The IRS said that after noon on May 13th, they're going to start to prepare millions of files to send out paper stimulus checks that should be arriving late May and early June. So they're going to start sending those out late May and early June, so make sure you get your direct deposit information input into the system soon so you can get it even faster. So now let's go into key financial and economic news. And there's a couple of important pieces of information from the White House. And the first is that Trump's valet tested positive for the coronavirus, and Mike Pence's secretary tested positive for the coronavirus. So a lot of meetings among high officials had not been done wearing masks, and they hadn't really seen any outbreak of the coronavirus, but now it seems like there's starting to be people around the president, the vice president, and other high officials are starting to get the coronavirus. So that's an important thing to keep an eye out for. Also, at least 25,600 residents and workers have died from the coronavirus at nursing homes. So this is big news because there's about 80,000 people who have died from the coronavirus in the US, and about 1/3 of this is just from people at nursing homes. So this is huge as well. Moving on, this week by Monday, there's supposed to be at least 31 states who have partially or fully reopened their economies. A lot of states are starting to reopen, but public health officials are actually really concerned because all these states are starting to open up, but they have not seen a downward trajectory in the number of cases. And this is one of the requirements in Donald Trump's Opening Up America Again plan. So if we start to open up too soon, we're going to run into the same problems that Japan faced. So Japan had locked down early. They prevented a lot of deaths. They did a good job. But then they started to see things get better, and they reopened up their economy. But then they saw a resurgence of cases and deaths 26 days later after reopening, and they had to go into lockdown again. So hopefully we don't end up doing the same thing that happened to Japan, where they reopened, and then 26 days later, they had to lock everything down again, because if we have to lock down again, it's not going to be good. It's going to be even longer this time. And then finally, a quick note on unemployment, and that is that unemployment is at 14.7%. It was announced in the Jobs and Unemployment Report on Friday, and this is the highest it has been since the Great Depression. So hopefully this doesn't keep going down, but there's probably going to be a couple more million people who filed for unemployment this week, so we have to keep an eye out for that as well. Now let's go into the new stimulus check. There's not much new information here. All we know is that this week is going to be a huge week for the second stimulus check. The House Democrats are going to be proposing another stimulus bill, and this is going to be a massive bill. This isn't going to be one of those small proposals that we've been hearing about, like the emergency money for the people or the automatic boost to communities act or any of those other small proposals. This is going to be a huge bill that's going to be proposed by the House Democrats, and it's going to be starting to be debated in the House. So hopefully they get this debated, they start getting this passed, so then it can be sent to the Senate and then sent to the President, because the longer it takes for them to get it proposed and debated and signed in the House, well, then the longer it's going to take for it to become a law and actually signed into place where we could get more money. So hopefully this gets signed soon, and I'll keep you updated as soon as they propose this bill and exactly what is in it, how much money we should be getting. So I'll let you know that as it comes out later this week. Now let's move into the PPP and EIDL loan, and there's a couple of interesting pieces of information here, and that is that over 9,000 churches have applied and received the PPP loan. So this was surprising, and then on top of this, lawmakers tell 5 public companies to immediately return the PPP loan because companies on the stock market that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars, have received money from the PPP program. Energy companies, biopharmaceutical companies, steel companies. So they're urging these companies to give the money back because it was supposed to be designed for small businesses. And these don't sound like small businesses. These are huge companies on publicly traded stock markets. So these are huge companies that should be giving the money back. So we'll see what happens there. A couple of weeks ago, we heard about Ruth Chris, Shake Shack. All of them received upwards of $10-20 million. They decided to give their money back as well. If you're looking to get a PPP loan, just remember that it is almost out of money. So go ahead and make sure to apply now. Don't wait any longer. You should apply now because they only have $310 billion in this program, and it was reported that $175 billion was used as of last week. So it's probably almost done as of right now, so make sure to go ahead and apply if you want the PPP loan. And on top of this, if you want the EIDL cash grant, so if you have a small business, whether you're an independent contractor, self-employed, you have a sole proprietorship, you do any sort of gig economy work, go ahead, apply for the EIDL program. Right now it says it's only available for agricultural businesses, but you can still go ahead and apply. They just say that they only accept agricultural businesses. And this is the loan advance. So it is the $1,000 to $10,000 forgivable grant. And the way it works is if you have 1 employee, you can get $1,000. 2 employees, you get $2,000, all the way up to $10,000. So go ahead and check that out as well. Now let's get into the important stuff with the people who have not yet received their first stimulus check. So I've been getting a couple of questions about the first stimulus check, and I just want to go over a couple of dates first. If you receive SSI or VA benefits, I've been getting a lot of people in the comments down below saying that they have a May 13th scheduled date. If you go to the Social Security website, it says that SSI will be receiving theirs on May 13th. However, if you go to the IRS website, it still says mid-May. So just if you don't have that May 13th date yet, you still should be getting it in mid-May. We don't have an exact date, but according to Social Security website, they say May 13th. IRS says mid-May. So if you don't have a date yet, still you should be expecting to receive it in mid-May. But if you're on SSI and you already received your stimulus check, or you have that May 13th date, please be sure to leave it in the comments down below. It really helps me out a lot, and I like to see when people are starting to get their stimulus checks. Moving on is a question about representative payees, and I've been getting asked a lot about payees, when you're supposed to receive the stimulus check. So the IRS has not yet determined when payments will be made to someone who did not file a 2019 or 2018 tax return and who has a representative payee. So if you have a representative payee, according to the Social Security website, the IRS has not yet determined a payment date for your stimulus payment. This is annoying. It's been weeks, over a month now, and they still can't figure this out, but that is what it says right now on the Social Security website, and I'll link that down below. Next up, I've been getting a couple of questions about people who filed their taxes who have not yet received their stimulus check, and they can't check the Get My Payment tool. So if you filed your taxes and you have not yet received your stimulus check, it's simply because the IRS has not yet processed your information. I know this answer is getting old and you don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. If you filed your taxes in the mail or electronically, it's still just that the IRS has not finished processing your information, because once they do, you can go ahead, check the Get My Payment tool, and you will receive your stimulus payment either via direct deposit or check in the mail. So go ahead, check the Get My Payment tool. I know that you guys are saying it doesn't work, but that is all we have right now. And then finally, let's go into Direct Express and Netspend cards. If you have a Direct Express or Netspend card, as I've mentioned before, there is no specific date for these card holders. It only depends on what benefits you receive. So if you receive SSI and you have a Direct Express card, well then you'll get it one date. If you have SSDI and you have a Direct Express card, well then you get it another date. So it all just depends on what benefits you receive, not if you have a Direct Express or Netspend card, because the way you will receive your stimulus payments is the same way that you normally receive your benefits. So if you receive it via Direct Express, direct deposit, check in the mail, that'll be how you receive your stimulus payment. Anyways, that is all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app. All you have to do is download the app. It takes 5 minutes or less. You download the app, deposit $100 into your account, and you'll get 2 free stocks, each valued up to $1,400. The last date to do this is May 11th. Right now it says the promotion is only running till May 11th. So if you want 2 free stocks, make sure to do it today before the deadline runs out. They should be extending it, but that is the date as of now. Also, get 1 free stock when you sign up for Robinhood. Don't forget to check out our links down below and join our Power of Finance Investors group, as well as our Discord group community chat. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.